Hi, how's it going? So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about muscle versus strength. So a lot of times when we see a guy who's muscular, we think that they're invincible, that they're strong. Uh, well, it could be. It just depends on how they train in the gym. Uh, you might notice sometimes that a guy who's like muscular isn't as strong as they look. Like there might be a guy that's half his size that's moving and lifting more weight than the muscular guy, right? Uh, the reason that could be is because strength and muscle are not exactly the same, similar but different. See, your strength is dependent mostly on your central nervous system. When you are consistently moving heavier weights to a degree, you're going to get stronger because the brain is going to send signals to the muscles to lift more weight. Doesn't mean it's going to send signals to the muscles to grow, just to lift more weight and adapt to heavier weights. And that's why there's a lot of skinnier people out there that are a lot stronger than they look, because they might, lift super heavy in the gym, or they do it at their job, and they get used to just lifting heavier. Their muscles get trained for it. But what makes a person bigger is if they lift moderately heavy and do more reps. So for strength, you lift super heavy, and the super heavy weight is something you can only do 1 to 5 reps with. That's what they call a 1 to 5 rep max. Like you're struggling to get 1 to 5 reps. Where moderately heavy, which is for bulking, is 6 to 14 reps. That's a weight that you have more control over, you can last longer with, and that's why you build more muscle. 9 times out of 10. Now, this isn't one size fits all, but it's one size that fits most. Genetics are going to be a factor. But if you want to, let's say, tone up and build your endurance, then you go down to a weight that you can do 15 or more reps with. That's endurance, tone, crossfitting. But if you still want to put on some mass while building endurance and tone, then don't go lighter than a 20 rep max. So keep it in the 15 to 20 rep range if you want to build the tone, endurance, and a little mass. You're not going to build as much mass with those lighter weights, usually, unless you have great genetics or you're on steroids or testosterone, special supplements, yada yada. In normal case, that's just going to mostly build your tone and endurance, and provided also your diet is more balanced, right? But if you want to mostly focus on your bulk, then you're going to have to go a little heavier. The reason why some people can lift lighter and still bulk, like let's say they go lighter than a 20 rep max and they do 20 to 30 reps, and they're still putting on muscle, could be that their genetics are just excellent. It could be they're on steroids or testosterone, other special supplements, and the reason for that is muscle protein synthesis is higher, testosterone and adrenaline production is higher, so they're going to build more muscle, even lifting lighter. Their bodies, like, if they just blink, they're building muscle. They were genetically designed by God to be bodybuilders, right? But some of us, like me, I have okay genetics when it comes to that. But I have to do a lot of things right. I have to rest a lot. I have to lift heavier if I want to bulk. My endurance isn't very good. But every now and then I do throw in an endurance set just to shock my system, because shocking the muscles is good. But yes, again, for super heavy, you want to build your strength. 1 to 5 reps is the way to go. Be careful. It can be unsafe because your form's probably not going to be perfect. So work your way up to it accordingly. Use a squat rack with safety bars on the sides, because a lot of times you're probably not going to have a spotter. If you do, you're lucky. The moderately heavy, 6 to 14 rep max. And again, that means 6 to 14 reps where you struggle. Not like blazing through it like a knife through hot butter, but struggling to get 6 to 14 reps. That's your bulking weight. And for endurance, 15 or more reps. 15 to 20 if you want to build tone, endurance, and bulk, right? I hope that was helpful. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good weekend.